Hey guys, what's going on? It's RC Knockout and I'm back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to do a speed test on the three RCs you see right here. I got my Traxxas SLASH 4x4 Ultimate. This one right here is running the high-speed pinion on it, as well as my Traxxas SLASH 4x4 high center of gravity chassis. It's running the low-speed pinion, but that has the exact same motor and ESC setup as the Ultimate. Next to it, an RC that you haven't seen in a very long time would be my Losi SCT 10 short course truck. I've never done a top speed on this one, never hooked a GPS up to it. I think it's running a 16 or a 17 tooth pinion. It's also running a castle system. So we're going to take it down this and see how fast we can go with these things. Alright guys, so I got the first one hooked up. The first one I'm going to take out is the Traxxas SLASH 4x4 Ultimate. I have the little GPS hooked onto the back bumper right here. You can't see it, but it's zeroed out right now. I have it set for the max speed, recording the max speed. This one, of course, is running the high-speed pinion. It's cogging a little bit at when I first go, but we got this pretty large parking lot right here, and we're gonna see if we can hit a top speed on it. All right, here we go. All right, let's bring it back another time. All right, here we go. Full speed right there. See, you can hear that cogging. Thing's cogging quite a bit when I first get going. And it tumbled, and there went the GPS. Better run down there and go see if it picked up a top speed real quick. Let's see how the RC's doing. It took quite a tumble there at the end. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it picked up a 53.1 miles per hour. I'm very interested to see what the difference between the high-speed gearing compared to the low-speed gearing in my high center of gravity chassis is going to be. I'm really interested to see. I'm thinking somewhere about 45 miles per hour with that one, considering that this one just topped 53. But we're going to have to test it out. So I got to do a couple more runs with this, and then we're going to pull the other one out. All right? I'm going to try to use as much of this area as possible. Try to come in from the side. I'm right at the edge of the parking lot. Then kind of swing in and then just gun it. So here we go. Here we go. And then on the brakes. Okay, now back this way, another one. I just drove that one into the grass. I do have to say, especially in the grass, there's quite a bit of cogging going on. So, come on. Like, you can't start off slow. Like, you kind of have to just give it throttle and get it through the grass. So yeah, I can see how the high-speed pinion is really no good for bashing. And I was saying, if you watch my other video comparing the low center of gravity chassis to the high center of gravity 4x4 chassis, this is what I mean. This grass isn't even very tall. I think it was just cut. But the belly's just rubbing in it, and it's really slowing down this RC. Just has to push so much harder to get through this grass. Come on, let's go. It's cogging. Oh wow, it's bad. I think it just killed the power on it. I don't know what it did. It just killed the power to the ESC or something. I know sometimes they do that. If there's too much resistance, they just cut the power. But geez. All right, let me get this body off. All right, we just topped it again. We hit 54.3 miles per hour on that run, guys. I might do one or two more, but I think we're getting pretty close to the max along this straightaway. If it has a little bit more in it, maybe a mile or two. Let me get the GPS hooked up one more time. We'll try one more quick pass and see if we can top the 54.3 miles per hour that we just set. Not bad though. But yeah, as you could see from me driving through the grass, that cogging's horrible. And I haven't even checked the heat. I have a heat gun with me, but oh, it's pretty hot. Oh, and another thing I was gonna do, totally forgot with this one has it's link capable with the Traxxas Link app, and I'm gonna see if I can go down there, get my other cell phone, because I'm filming on this camera right here, and see if I can film and show what that link app actually shows for the top speed. So I'm interested to know how close it is to this. So let me turn this up, head down there and go get set up. All right guys, right now I'm waiting for this to cool down. The low voltage mode, or sorry, not the low voltage mode, the over voltage or overheating mode came on. And right now I'm waiting on this Traxxas link app to update. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have any Wi-Fi, but I'm hoping even with my data that I'll be able to actually update this software so then I can actually test the Traxxas link app and then run it alongside of the little GPS and see how much of a difference there is between the two, because I'm interested to know how accurate this is compared to an actual GPS, because I have heard people say that this is based off of the pinion or right off the motor, so if there's any slip in your slipper clutch, it might not actually give you the actual top speed that you're actually getting to the ground, which I guess makes sense. But in the meantime, I'm going to go over this one right here. This is the body I painted up. This is a Losi SCT 10 short course truck. This thing's brand new. I've only used it a few times. As you can see from the bottom of it, I don't think there's even a scratch on it. Maybe one little scratch right there. I barely use this thing. This is a real short course truck. Metal chassis. I bought this as a roller that was brand new. Didn't have any electronics or anything in it. So I put a nice little Savox servo in it. What is this? A Castle 14. Geez, I don't even know what that is. 14 something series motor, Castle motor, and this is a Sensored Brushless motor. So I'm also running a Hobbywing Sensored Brushless ESC. So this thing's really good at slow speed. Has these nice little sticky short course tires, which I don't think these, I think these are imitation bead locks. I don't believe that these are real bead locks. Has some nice big bore aluminum shocks. And also this one I upgraded and I put some hot racing. Let's see, it's really dark. Let me focus that. Put some nice hot racing hub carriers and C-knuckles on, as well as the hub or bearing carriers in the back have been upgraded. Otherwise, this thing came stock with the sway bars in the front and in the rear. And this is just a nice little RC. I haven't really run it. I was going to get into short course racing. I just never did. And I never wanted to use this one for bashing. And I still haven't. I'm going to take it on this quick little loop through and try to do a little top speed across this parking lot right here. But aside from that, I don't even really take this one off pavement. And that's going to continue to be the plan. I'm running a Spectrum receiver, have it hooked up to my DX4C transmitter. And I'm just running a little 4,000 milliamp 3-cell LiPo with a little Dean's connector on it. So, looks like this thing might be ready to go. So, I think now that I showed you a close-up of this one, and I don't know what to expect for a top speed on this one because I don't know what size pinion that is. That might be a, I want to say it's a 16, but I'm not 100% sure what size pinion that is. Anyhow, and this one does have steel constant velocity joints, or steel drive shafts stock. Has nice drive shafts that run down the center. So this thing's built pretty well from the factory. Alright, so we're going to try out the other one now. I've been waiting for this right here to cool down a little bit, and also I was waiting for my software to update on this Traxxas link app. And now that I have it updated, I think this time I'm going to run it with the body off, just to see if there's a little bit less drag than with the body on. I also have this hooked up to the Traxxas link app on my controller for my Traxxas SLASH 4x4 Ultimate, which came stock with this, what's it called, telemetry capable. So you just have to download the app on your phone. So I have that hooked up and we are gonna test it out. I'm gonna set this down. This thing should have cooled down by now. And we're gonna see how much of a difference there is, or if there's any difference between the GPS reading and the reading that it shows here on this link app. Here we go, full speed. Oh crap. Well, good thing the GPS didn't come off either. I don't know what that one read. You know what, the GPS is starting to fall off, so let's just take a peek at it. Wow, 56.9. I did run right out of runway right there though, so that's probably the furthest I've run. So this showed 56.9 miles per hour on the GPS. And this right here showed 62. I'm gonna go by the GPS all day long. Ooh, it's cutting out or something a little bit. Okay, let's bring it back this way. Here we go. Full speed. Oh, and I misjudged again because I went right back into the bush, but that thing's cutting out for some reason. Now I don't know really what to think of this because this is even further off now. So this one showed a top speed of 53.5 miles per hour, but the app showed 63 miles per hour. So now we have a 10 mile per hour difference. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. 10 miles per hour off, that's nowhere close. So the slipper clutch might have been slipping. So that very much might be possible that they're taking that top speed like right at the motor or right at the motor shaft rather than at the wheels. So the GPS, the tops I got was just shy of 57 miles per hour. I got 56.9 with the Slash 4x4 Ultimate. We're gonna try a top speed on this one. This one's running the low speed pinion, of course. So I'm interested to see, and obviously I don't have the link app connected to this one. This one doesn't have telemetry. But obviously after using it, I don't think that link app, that top speed is very accurate anyhow. So I would recommend if you want an accurate top speed run of your RC, don't go with the telemetry because that's really far off. I got a 5 mile per hour off, and the next time I got a 10 mile per hour off. So that's super inconsistent. But yeah, so 56.9, not too bad on the Traxxas SLASH 4x4 Ultimate with the high speed pinion, but the cogging was terrible. It was really bad. You can't take it off into the grass at all before it just cuts power completely. So now we got the Slash 4x4 high center of gravity running the low speed pinion. I'm just gonna call, I think it's probably gonna get up to like 46, 47 miles per hour. I got the GPS zeroed out on this. I'm gonna go a little bit further down this way because I'm finding myself prone to stopping way too late when I'm down towards the end right there. So I think I should get more towards the middle. And this thing, as you can see with the low speed pinion, there isn't really any cogging, at least not on pavement. I can drive in the grass a little bit over here and see if we get any kind of cogging. I mean, the tiniest bit of cogging, but nothing compared to with the high-speed pinion. So, all right, ready guys? Here we go. That was full speed, but that didn't look that fast. Let's bring it back this way. Top speed, full out. We'll bring it one more time down this way. We're gonna back up. That really didn't look that fast. I mean, going from the Slash 4x4 Ultimate though, that was just able to get a 56.9. I mean, that, to me, that barely looked like it was over 40. Gave it full out right there. Pretty sure I got to the top speed. Now let's undo this and see what it has to show. Wow, I was right. It barely got over 40 miles per hour. 41.1. 41.1 miles per hour top speed. That's not very impressive, to be honest with you. I thought at least 45. Slightly disappointed, but I guess for bashing, that's really all you need. So it's got plenty of get up and go from a low speed, but yeah, it doesn't have that top end that the Ultimate has. So now I think we're going to switch over to this one, and I'm just doing this one because I'm interested to know what kind of mile per hour can the Losi SCT 10 put down. Since this thing has a sensored brushless setup, this thing's so smooth, like this is me just creeping along. You see that? Barely touching it, just smooth as butter. So smooth. That's what I love about a sensored brushless setup. It's just so smooth. I do not want to flip this one. This one is almost mint condition RC. Here we go for a pass, guys. I mean, that looks every bit as fast as the high center of gravity Slash, for sure. One more back this way. I mean, the thing's so smooth, guys. I mean, let's check that GPS. I think that probably got over 45. That looked pretty quick. I mean, that looked like 50 mile per hour quick. Oh, wow. Yep. 51.6 miles per hour. Really not too bad. This thing pretty darn quick. Let's see how the bottom of the chassis is looking. I mean, it looks pretty good. Most of that's just a few little, well, we have that nick right there. A couple new nicks right here and here. It's starting to look like it's used a little bit. But let me grab the heat gun and see what we're doing for temperatures, because I was running it pretty hard for 5 minutes there. The ESC's pretty darn cool, 103. That's pretty cool. Has a built-in fan, of course. Like our motor's sitting about 130. I'm glad I was able to take it out today and get a nice little run in with it. So thanks for watching, guys, and tune in for the next video. Later.